Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Before we get started with the episode, I just want to make a couple of announcements. First, the Be a Content Boss workshop is being offered on Sunday, June the 11th. This workshop is all about helping you to create content for your Reiki business. It is only $15, and yes, if you cannot join live, you do get the workshop recording. I also want to let you know that the Build Your Reiki Business program is now available for pre-order. The program is officially launching in early July, but you can get in on a special pre-order registration fee right now. Learn more and register at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Thank you. And now let's get on to this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Welcome to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, founder of the Reiki Business Collective and creator of the Build Your Reiki Business program, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business. Greetings, welcome, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, and so honored to welcome you to another episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Thank you. In this episode, we're talking about Reiki associations. Yes, Reiki associations. Do you need it? What's it all about? The answers really depend on you. So first of all, what is a Reiki association? A Reiki association is a professional Reiki organization that you can purchase a membership from. Now, these memberships are typically yearly. Some associations offer different deals where you can purchase a couple of years at a time, a lifetime membership, but typically they are annual professional memberships. You know, lots and lots of professions have professional membership organizations. And these organizations do a couple of things for professionals. Number one, they lend credibility. So they allow the professional to really show that they are credible because they are a part of this certain professional organization that other professionals in their profession are a part of. So that's one of the benefits of being a member of a professional organization. It lends credibility. Another benefit of being a member of a professional organization, Reiki or otherwise, we'll get specific about Reiki in a minute, but just in a general sense, another benefit of being a member of a professional organization is networking, the ability to connect with and network with others who are doing the same kinds of things that you are doing. So collaborations, learning from one another, sharing resources, just helping one another to grow in your own profession is a second benefit of professional organizations. A third benefit is that learning component. Many professional organizations will provide resources. They will provide, maybe depending upon the profession, they will provide continuing education credits. They will provide learning resources, manuals, things that you can tap into and use for your own learning in the profession, and even oftentimes materials that you can use in your own business. So for instance, a professional organization might provide a blank kind of a template for a brochure that you can just slap all of your stuff in on it, your logo, your business information, and they've got it ready to go for you. You can use templates. for your own business use. So this is a third benefit of being in a professional organization. A fourth benefit of being in a professional organization is being listed in a membership directory. So where if someone is looking for, let's say, a dentist or an accountant, they can go to the membership's website, type in their location, and out pops dentists or accountants that might be in their area that might be a good fit for them. So being listed in the membership directory can be helpful as well. So those are 4 benefits of memberships, not just for Reiki, but just in a general sense. There are others, but these are some of the big ones. Now, for specifically Reiki associations, what are these all about? Do you need them for your Reiki business? And again, it really depends upon you and your own goals as a Reiki business owner. Now, I'm not going to list off any particular associations. You can Google them and find out different Reiki associations. But I am going to disclose that I am not a member of a Reiki association. And I'm also going to disclose that I never have been. And I also don't have any plans to be, at least not at this time for my Reiki business. When I started researching Reiki associations years ago, and I learned about what they offered, and I saw the membership fees, and I looked at their websites, I just really honestly determined that it wasn't something that I really needed for my Reiki business, nor did I really feel that it was something I wanted either. Now, again, I want to say there's absolutely nothing wrong with Reiki associations. And I want to say that they absolutely may be the right choice for you and your Reiki business. But I will say that Reiki associations are maybe not as necessary to the life of your Reiki business as it might seem. Reiki is, of course, a newer kind of modality, and Reiki is itself newer as a career and as a profession. What that means is that there are oftentimes very few clients who are looking specifically for a Reiki business owner, a Reiki practitioner, to have membership in a Reiki association, because very often clients don't even really realize that that's a thing. I will say that I have, off the top of my head, I have never had a client ask me if I'm a member of a Reiki association. Now, this doesn't mean that it hasn't happened, that I'm just not remembering, but it's happened so few times, if it has ever happened, that I just simply don't even remember it ever happening. And so oftentimes, because Reiki is so new, clients just don't even realize or recognize that there are Reiki professional associations to begin with. I will also say that because Reiki is by and large unregulated, there's no requirement to be part of a professional association either, by and large. Some organizations or maybe wellness centers that you might want to be employed by, maybe hospitals that you might want to contract with, they might have their own requirements. And so always know that this is subject to not be true, that you don't need, quote unquote, to be a member of a Reiki association. Always check with your specific situation. So let's say, for instance, that you're considering you want to contract with a hospital or a wellness center to offer Reiki in their practice at their location. They may require for a contractor to be a member of a professional association. That might be their requirement. Or let's say that you want to work for a wellness center that is hiring Reiki practitioners to work either on a part-time or full-time basis. They may require their Reiki employees to be a member of a Reiki professional association. And so that might be the case. But by and large, because Reiki is unregulated, the chances that you would have to be a member of a professional Reiki association are really pretty low. So you very well may not need to be a member of a Reiki association at all. I will tell you that probably in order to have your Reiki business and to be a Reiki business owner, probably you are not required to be a member of a Reiki association. So just know that if you're feeling like you have to figure out what Reiki association to join because you think you're required to be a member of one in order to be a Reiki business owner, probably the answer is no. You are not required to be a member of a Reiki association at all. I know many Reiki business owners who are not. I know many Reiki business owners who start off on their Reiki business journey thinking that they need to be a member of a Reiki association, and so they join one and then decide to leave because it really wasn't worth their membership dues. So please know that you do not necessarily have to be a member of a Reiki organization in order to have a Reiki business. Now, again, this is going to depend upon a few things like your location, your country. I'm not going to pretend to know how other countries do or do not regulate Reiki and what their requirements might be. So please know that I am specifically talking about US-based Reiki businesses when it comes to Reiki associations. So probably you don't even have to be a member of one. Can it be beneficial for you? Yes, it can. And here are some ways that being a member of a professional Reiki association can be a benefit for you. Number one, it can be a benefit for you because you can get discounts on things like insurance. Now, if you're really having lots of questions about Reiki Business Insurance, don't know what it is, don't know what it's all about, definitely check out a past episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast in which I talk about some basics of Reiki Business Insurance and things to look out for when you're shopping for it. But oftentimes, being a member of a Reiki business, a professional Reiki association, allows you to get discounts, a discount on Reiki Business Insurance. And so that's one benefit. Another benefit is discounts on other things. Primarily, you're going to find discounts with Reiki Business Insurance, but you might find discounts for other services as well. Maybe bookkeeping software, maybe other kinds of software, just different things that you might also find discounts on for services for your Reiki business. So that's a benefit. Another benefit of those associations is, like I mentioned before with the idea of connection and collaboration, this is also true of Reiki business, of Reiki professional associations. So having the ability to connect with other professionals, other Reiki business owners, connect with other members of the organization can be a benefit for you. This is a quick and easy talking point to just open a conversation with someone. Hey, I see that you are also a member of blank. Me too. What do you think of the membership? Great, easy way to start a conversation with another Reiki practitioner. A third way that these organizations can benefit you is that they may very well have a means of publishing articles, whether it's a magazine, an online forum, blog, whatever it might be. They oftentimes publish articles by their members. And so as a member, you can publish articles through them, have your article show up on their website, their social media platforms, their newsletters and publications. And that's going to help to increase your credibility and your visibility. So publishing articles is just a really nice thing that you can do through oftentimes a Reiki association that's going to help boost your Reiki business. So that is a plus. Along those same kinds of lines, another real plus about a Reiki association membership is that you, with your Reiki business, can have your website posted on their website. This is called a backlink, where your Reiki Business website is posted on another website that links back to your Reiki Business website. Backlinks are actually rather helpful for the SEO of your Reiki Business website. And so when you have more backlinks and high quality backlinks, search engines like Google rate your business website as higher in search results, because when your website is linked to by other websites, especially credible and high quality websites, then your website is viewed as higher quality and more credible. So having your website listed in the directory or on the association's website is going to help boost traffic to your website and boost the credibility of your website. And so being a member of a Reiki association can be really helpful for that backlink factor. Also along those same lines is you being listed in their member directory. And so that can be helpful for clients finding you and for people to get to know you and to see that, oh, you are a member of this Reiki association. Oh, that's impressive. Oh, you're a real professional. Or, oh, you must know what you're doing. Of course, not always necessarily the case, because the truth is that these organizations oftentimes are all too happy to take your money, whatever your qualifications. Let's be real. And so you may or may not be a professional practitioner just because you're the member of a professional Reiki association. But it can indeed and does lend credibility in the eyes of a client potentially. So there is that. So these are all some real benefits to being a member of a Reiki association. Now, some of the drawbacks. Well, of course, there's the annual fee. Depending upon the association, this might be anywhere from $100, a couple $100 per year to be a member of the association. And you'll want to be asking yourself, is that worth it? I know that there are plenty of Reiki practitioners who have asked themselves that question and who have decided to drop their association membership because they really didn't think it was worth it. Maybe to them, the cost was not worth being mentioned in the directory. Maybe it was not worth the backlinks or the ability to publish articles, or maybe they never got an article published. Maybe they determined it was not worth being able to put the logo of the association on their website, that it really made no difference. In our Reiki business, we all have to do our own cost-benefit analysis and determine whether the costs are greater than the benefit. And sometimes we take a hit. Sometimes we determine tactically, strategically in our Reiki business to take a hit and to say, I know that this is not going to have the ROI that I want, but it's worth it for me to take the hit financially on this and to count this as a little bit of a loss. Sometimes that's to our benefit in the long term, but it's up to each of us as Reiki business owners to do that calculation for ourselves, and no one else can make that determination for us. No one else can make the determination for us if it's better to save our money that we might put into an association and spend it instead in other ways for our Reiki business. I will say, of course, that you can write these association dues off on your taxes for your Reiki business. Again, I'm talking specifically about US-based Reiki businesses, but yes, you can include the amount that it costs you every year for your membership dues as an expense on your taxes, and therefore lower the burden of your Reiki business in terms of taxes. So that is a possibility, and that may help to make it beneficial for you and worth the cost. But again, only you as the Reiki business owner can determine what is best for you and your Reiki business. I do think that oftentimes these Reiki business associations maybe don't provide the kinds of benefits that their members are looking for, including something like connection and networking with other Reiki business professionals. And of course, you can always join the Reiki Business Collective for free. Yes, if you haven't already, please do join us on Facebook in the Reiki Business Collective Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Reiki Biz. Because we have at this point more than 1,000 Reiki business owners or practitioners who are considering starting a Reiki business. We have monthly meetings to meet and connect with other Reiki business owners and to chat about all things Reiki business. And there are no dues for joining the Reiki Business Collective. So indeed, you are welcome to join that organization, if you will, for free. So come join the collective. And there are lots of benefits along with that. The connection, the collaboration, the sharing of the resources as we work together to serve the world with Reiki. So all are welcome there. So I don't want to hate on Reiki business associations. I do not hate them, of course not. I think that they serve their purpose. I think that they do have benefits, and I think it's up to each of us as Reiki business owners to do our due diligence, do your research, and determine what is best for you and your Reiki business, but to know that probably the chances are great that you do not need to be a member of one in order to have your Reiki business. So thank you so much. Please do, as always, if you are so inclined, get the free Reiki Biz Kit at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Biz Kit. In the FAQ, there may be an answer about Reiki associations. Honestly, there may not be. I don't remember if that's one of the questions. But It has all kinds of questions and answers to very common Reiki business questions. And of course, as always, please do feel free to check out the comprehensive, unique Build Your Reiki Business program. That's at standingstoneshealing.com/build. Well, I'm sending so many blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business, whether or not you are the member of a Reiki association. Thank you and blessings. Thanks for tuning in to the Build Your Reiki Business podcast. Please like, share, subscribe, and send to a friend. Learn more about the Build Your Reiki Business program at standingstoneshealing.com/build, sending blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business.